In this installment of Warhammer Lizardmen, we're going to be taking a look at the various Saurus character options that you have if you're playing a Lizardmen army in the Warhammer Fantasy Battle game. There are basically two. You have the Lord choice, also known as the Saurus Old Blood, and the Hero choice, known as the Saurus Scarvet. Importantly, if you choose the Old Blood, the Lord choice, it means you're giving up, at least in a 2,000 point army, the ability to field a slan, and I think that's going to dictate, well, to a large extent, your army composition and what you're going for. If you have the slan, you've got the level 4 wizard there, a bit more magic, whereas if you go with the Saurus Lord, you're limiting yourself to only being able to take skinks to supplement your magic abilities, so you're really setting yourself up for a fighting type army. Let's take a look at the Old Blood first. They're 145 points. I think it's important to note, I think between the Old Blood and the Scarvet's a really good value here. A lot of times when you bump up to a Lord level character, you get a leadership boost. That's really not the case. If you break it down, the Old Blood has an extra weapon skill, an extra wound, an extra initiative, an extra attack, and an extra 1 point to the armor save. The ability to take 50 points of magic items more, and probably the most important, the ability to ride on a Carnosaur. Alright, so either way you take it, you can take either of these guys on foot. I've done it in the past, but you know, they can have mounts. Give them these nice sexy mounts. So here is the Old Blood on a Carnosaur. This is the model they have for it. I think it's actually one of them fancy pants characters with some silly name like, I don't know, Teeny Weeny or Connect 4 or Tic-Tac-Toe or something. I can't remember what he's called, but it's the model they've got out. He won't even fit in the frame. He's kind of big. Anyway, the Carnosaur is pretty badass. He's 210 points. He's got movement of 7, so what I like to do, and somebody had posted in a response to my Frenzy video, put this guy on a flank. He has the benefit that he gets to pivot for free. He doesn't have to worry about wheeling, so he's very highly maneuverable on a flank. The unit strength of the entire model is such that it can negate the rank bonus, and he causes terror, does D3 wounds, and he's cranking those out at strength 7. 4 strength 7 attacks. Now the guy in the back has got 5 strength 5 attacks. There's some interesting weapon loadouts for the Old Blood. One that comes to mind is the Blade of Realities. Is a really nifty magic weapon. Costs 75 points, so it's pretty restrictive on what you can give him as far as additional gear goes. But what it does is for every hit, notice I didn't say for every wound or for every unsaved wound, for every hit, the model hit has to take a leadership test. And that's on their leadership on their stat line, not modified by anything else. If they fail it, they're instantly slain. No wards, no armor save, regeneration, do not pass go, do not stay alive, basically, is what it does. And I think that's pretty nifty. The other thing that you can do with your Old Blood, or even a Scarvet for that matter, is throw them on the back of a Cold One. The Cold One is nice because it gives 2 to their armor save. So if you take the Enchanted Shield and you've got an Old Blood, you can get a -1 armor save. The downfall there is that they cause, that they're stupid. They also cause fear, which is a plus, but they're stupid. And I know you're thinking, well, you know, Dev, they've got the cold-blooded rule. They're rolling 3 dice so that they can, hopefully they won't ever be stupid. My luck, though, maybe it's just me, is that the turn that you really need them, when you need to pull off that big charge, that is the one turn where they fail their stupidity roll. So use them at your own discretion, but they're a handy thing there as well. If you are going to take the Lord, you know, I like putting them on a Carnosaur. You don't have to, but if you're paying the points for it and you're giving up the Slan and paying more than the just the Scarvet throw him on there. 210 points. Note, in this edition, he's not a large target. I believe that he was before, so that, I don't know if it really has any interesting implications. You can hide him behind units so that he can't get shot. He's a ridden monster that doesn't fly. You could put him in a unit if you wanted to. I don't really see the benefit to that, though. It would slow him down. He wouldn't be as maneuverable, and he's not going to benefit from the Lookout Sir role because his unit strength is too high. If you were going to smack him in a unit, I think it is viable to put him on a cold one and put him in a unit of guys on foot. Just have him on the cold one for a better armor save. One thing to consider is if you're going to go with the Lord choice as a Saurus, the Scarvet is a good option for a battle standard bearer. So that's why I've got this guy out here to make a battle standard bearer. None of the standards particularly leap out at me. Obviously, if you've got your battle standard bearer on a cold one, don't pay the points for the standard that give them fear, since you've already got fear. But I would suggest, I'm a big fan of battle standards. I think that the Scarvet, if I hadn't said enough, I think he's a really good value for the points. For 85 points, weapon skill 5, strength 5, toughness 5, 2 wounds, 4 attacks, leadership 8, 5+ scaly skin save. You can bump that up 1 with light armor. You can give him shield. Enchanted shield's an option. So there you have it. That takes us through the 2 options you have for your Saurus character, and then the different ways that you can kit them out. Thanks for watching.